Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and welcome to my video. My name is Anissa Puspanegoro and my student number is 21240900025. I'm from Psychology Department in Persada Indonesia University YAI, and today I want to present about Module 12 English for General Purpose. First, the unreal world. Dr. Ali Ghazayeri, Associate Professor of Clinical Psychology at the Chicago School of Professional Psychology, Los Angeles campus, believes there are clear and present dangers that must be addressed. I definitely believe that social media has had a significant impact on our life. The world we see on Facebook or another social media platform is not real world. It is human creation, Jazayeri explained. Among the other dangers that Facebook may pose in our life, such as privacy, it is the habit of constantly comparing ourselves to others. When people are happy, they are tend to post a lot of happy things. When I'm unhappy, however, I will consciously or unconsciously compare myself to others. As a result, I create my world that isn't real because I imagine that everyone in this world is happy except for me. While each social media site has its own personality and purpose, the wildly popular Facebook and it is estimated 1 billion active monthly user has gained the most attention from psychologists for the potential to distort an individual's sense of self, uh, sense of another people. Second is conscious, consciousness collect. Dr. Eleazar Yosbios, an assistant professor in the Department of School Psychology at TCSPP Chicago campus, has been fascinated with the concept of virtual world and social media since the early chat room of the 1990s. Something I like to talk about a lot in psychotherapy are the various dimensions of consciousness, he said. It can get really psychoanalytical if you are going to look what what kind of behavior people are putting out there. I've been studying judging analysis, and I do find it interesting, especially when you are look at personality types. Whenever your inner nature tends toward paranoia, narcissism, manic, depressive, or even melodramatic behaviors, Yosbio say there are things unconsciousness manifest themselves rather publicly in an online setting. As as any Facebook user is aware, there are types among almost everyone's friends. 3 is the professional fever. John Fowler received an MA in psychology at the CSPP Chicago campus in 2009 and for several years made his business teaching other professionals how to use social media to advance their career. 3 years has passed since he published his book Graduate to LinkedIn, Jumpstart Your Career Support Network Now, and he say the social media of today is already vastly different. Professionally, you say that you want to brand yourself, but you can sometimes get lost in branding yourself the way you want to be perceived. That you present online isn't it who you really are. When potential employer meet you in person, they want to be consistent, constant follower. However, in a virtual world where everyone exaggerates and reality is always slightly distorted, the temptation to lie or stretch the truth is stronger than ever. Resumes have always been prone to exaggeration, despite to the best advice to be the to be ready to back up any degree or certification you might claim to have earned. However, in virtual world uh, where it where it is understood the everyone exaggerate uh, and and the reality is always slightly distorted, and the temptation to lie and or straight is true more uh, perceived than ever. The next is love in the time of social media. In all of the incarnation and manifestation of social media in our life, one aspect that we can be ignored, particularly when it comes to how we present ourselves and perceive others, is how the always on must be perfect virtual world has been changed our most intimate relationships. Whenever you are uh, single 20 something looking for Mr. or Mrs. Right, or newly divorced parenting dipping your toe back into the dating scene, online sites such as Match.com, OkChodip.com, and eHarmony.com have the idea of how we meet and connect with new people. The fairy tale endings are legendary, as are the tale of love, loss, and heartbreaker. But what is often overlooked is how the surreal world of social media affect people who are already in domestic partner, marriage, and other long-term partnership. Dr. Melody Bacon, a licensed clinical therapy assistant of academic affairs and chair of the material and family therapy programs at TCSPP LA campus, say social media and the distractions of technology cause the problem for couples because they are provide another way to disconnect. As far as affairs go, Bacon say if the will is there, people will always find way. The last is to disconnect or not disconnect. That disconnect that Bacon refers to is at the very heart of what tackles is chronicling is in Together Alone. As we instant message, email, text, and Twitter, technology reward the boundaries between intimacy and solitude. She writes, we talk of getting rid of our emails as though these notes are so much excess baggage. Teenagers avoid making telephone calls, fearfully fearfully that that they refer too much. They would rather text than talk. Adults too choose keyboard over the human voice. The irony of all it is that what we can see it's happening to our kids, to our friends, even ourselves. What we know it's a problem, but we don't know how it stopped. And I have translated to in one of paragraph to Indonesia, and this is the translate. Saya tentu tidak ingin membuang manfaat dari semua konektivitas ini, tetapi semua ini harus ada batasannya. Lanjutnya, saya berharap orang-orang mulai menyadari bahwa Facebook dan sosial media yang lainnya bisa menjadi pengganti segala sesuatu dalam kehidupan mereka. Daripada saya harus berdiam duduk membaca postingan setiap orang lain di Facebook selama 2 jam, saya bisa melakukan beberapa pekerjaan komunitas. Mungkin saya perlu bertanya kepada diri sendiri mengapa saya harus selalu sibuk dengan seseorang yang tidak nyata. Dan menurut opini saya adalah ya betul, karena media sosial saat ini terlalu mendistract kita terhadap hal-hal yang tidak nyata di network ini. Jadi sebetulnya kita bisa melakukan apa saja yang sebetulnya nyata di dunia ini, seperti membangun pertemanan tanpa menggunakan sosial media, ataupun membuat sesuatu yang berguna bagi kita sendiri ataupun orang lain, seperti misalnya membuat ide, membuat desain atau melakukan pekerjaan sesuatu yang berguna, daripada kita harus berdiam diri hanya melihat-lihat Facebook, postingan di Facebook, Instagram atau Twitter. Karena kita hidup, sebetulnya kita hidup itu bukan di sosial media, tetapi kita hidup itu di kehidupan nyata, dan kita harus melakukan tindakan nyata, bukan tindakan hanya di sosial media saja. Jadi ya menurut saya seharusnya kita mengurangi ini semua. Kita tidak bisa tergantung semua kepada sosial media juga gitu. Sekian dari saya, terima kasih.